Yes, it's another day's run. Started off with a little canter there, which I found relatively easy. Traffic seems to be busy today. Yes, I took a day off yesterday. I think that's could be a good routine. One day off, one day on, because I have found that a run does leave me somewhat achy nowadays. That won't do. However, I have hit £185 now, which is a good indication that weight is going down. And my next goal is to get under 180, get to 179. That's round about the weight I was 10 years ago, or even, well, perhaps 6 years ago. And then really go for it, get down to 175. I'm sure I've said this before, but one of the things about losing weight is that it's easier to run. So that's probably why it was an easier run to start with, and why I'm a lot less breathless. Basically, when I started this exercise routine when I was 205 pounds, and I say 185 now. I'm hitting the park now, where I'll do some pull-ups and the like. Now, I start off the exercise routine merely by using the VR goggles, which allows one to do a boxing routine, which I found really got my pulse racing, and surprisingly enough, it's actually built up quite a set of muscles on my arms. And then finally I got into doing the run. The run burns off a lot more calories in a shorter period, but quite frankly, I can see why people just give up and get fat. However, there are other things that one has to do. I had a echocardiogram yesterday to see how my arteries and heart are doing, which I know I've got a leaky heart valve, which is probably one of the reasons why I get a bit breathless running. But had blood test which pulled up, was checking my renal state, and decided that it's classified me as stage 3 kidney disease, chronic kidney disease. Now,
1 kilometre, pace 10 minutes, 48 seconds.
And I knew my kidneys were a bit dodgy, stage 1, stage 2. But it always said not to worry, you've got plenty of capacity. Stage 3, it says worry. And I haven't lived in Hong Kong for 26 years, where their life expectancy is around about 89, which is a lot more, and that's an average. And having parents and grandparents who lived well into their 90s, one is looking at what I'm telling myself, I've got at least another 20 years, especially if I can get my weight down. And all these statistics are all broad averages based upon selective components, so to speak. So some people are dropping dead at 60s through heart attacks, others with cancer in their 70s. So, kidneys get you in your 80s. That's basically how it goes. So I'm hoping that because I'll be fit fighting, my 80s won't be as dramatically depressing as they could be. Anyway, I'm now going to do some push-ups and pull-ups on these machines. Well, I did quite a bit of work on those. I did 20 pull-ups on each one of these things and 50 whatever you call what they do. Anyway, I did it 50 times. Now, many years ago I came across Claude Van Damme. I say many years ago, it wasn't that many years ago, but anyway, he's about the same age as me. A hell of a lot fitter. Goodness me, you should see him. Anyway, he was saying, I saw him on a video where he was saying about how he's changed his exercise routine now that he's got rather older. He can't do things as fast and so on, and you can't build the muscles in quite the same way. But he did say that the best thing to do is to make sure you do all the stretches. Says when you're getting older, that's really important because that keeps the balance and it keeps you mobile. You might not be as strong, but with the right balance and the right mobility, you can still be pretty agile. And of course, if you're into kung fu and martial arts, you will know, you'll come across these old teachers of it, and you think, how on earth do they do that? You know, they're quite often they're 60 odd and fat as fuck. They don't bother about losing weight and all that, but they can move, and it's because of all the stretching that they do. So I should put that into my routine. I used to do a lot of stretching. I used to do a lot of toe touching and squats and the like. And you know, it does work though. But I tried to do it, put a bit more into it the other month, and the result was I pulled a muscle in my calf, and it crippled me for a couple of weeks. So you've got to be careful when you add in these things. So, you know, as they say, a good warm-up, but how long is your warm-up period? You know, 20 minutes. Quite frankly, you should be doing it 20 minutes, 30 minutes. That's an awful commitment. And one is always balancing time. So I'm finding I'm spending an awful lot of time exercising. I used to spend probably 2 hours a day exercising when I was really fit. You know, an hour in the morning and an hour in the evening.
Workout paused.
Complete with a lot of alcohol and food and all sorts of other nonsense going on. But that's what probably kept me going. It's probably then that I screwed up my kidneys somewhere. But who knows? Who knows? Nobody knows these things. Right. I'm going to go and run round this field. Now I'm going to try and run around once without stopping, and then second time with sprint and walk. So let's start. Well, I'm working on the assumption that I've done more today than I did last time.
Kilometer 2. Pace 12 minutes 58 seconds.
Goodness me. 12 minutes for 2 kilometres. I should say 12 minutes for each one of those kilometres. I was hoping to get those down to 5 minutes a kilometre. Perhaps that will come when I get down to 175. Pushing weight around does make it all very exhausting. Right, we're going to have another bash at running because we're back here again. I upped the pace. Almost got halfway around. But anything that smacks of pains in the chest makes me stop. If anybody is inspired by watching this video, don't go out and kill yourself. Easily done. You always feel you need to push yourself one little bit more. And of course there are those who don't bother to push themselves at all. The thing is to take time and build up bit by bit and get that weight down bit by bit. I'm afraid diet is the alternative. Bit of diet, bit of exercise. Get the agility going. It's probably a good idea. Stamina is a good thing, but you don't have any stamina when you're dead. And given a lot of underlying ailments you've reached, that you have growing around you in your 60s, by the time you hit 70, they're beginning to take their toll. No matter how fit you are. I'm going to go back now, have a drink of water, once again protecting the kidneys. I did think a lot of the issues that I was having had a lot to do with the rheumatoid arthritis, but it does seem, looking at the symptoms that have kind of crept in, it's quite possibly the kidneys. Who knows? Could be anything. Could be just being fat. Right, let's take a run over here. Right, last minute flourish. My little kung fu something or other. What was it? Kung Fuista. Kung Fusta.
Almost at my toes.
Oh, yeah. Right. I'll go and touch mine by sitting on the step.
Workout resumed.
Ah.